All right, so a hurricane just hit. What do you do after? You've probably done all the preparations beforehand, and you've boarded up your window, and you've got your hurricane-powered windows, and you've got your sandbags out there, and you've left whatever it is that you've done. You've probably already prepared. If you live in a place like Louisiana that's just been recently hit by Hurricane Francine, or you live on the Texas border, or you live anywhere pretty much in Florida, you've probably been through some kind of hurricane, so you know how to prepare. The question is, do you know how to prepare after the hurricane hits? And by that, do you know how to prepare for the insurance claim to make sure that you have a nice smooth hurricane claim process and it doesn't end up taking years for it to settle, because that does happen from time to time. What I'm going to talk about today is the top 5 things that you need to make sure that you do immediately after the storm hits so that you can be better prepared for the insurance claims process, so that you can have ultimately a nice smooth hurricane process and get the money that you need to put your home back together again. And we're going to get into it right now in 3, in 2, in 1. What's up, advocates? My name is Vince Perry and welcome to the Commercial Claims Show, and I am so excited about the topic that we have for you today. What's up, everyone? This is the Commercial Claims Show. I'm your host, Vince Perry. And before we get into the top 5 things that you need to know in regards to the hurricane aftermath and what you have to do to protect your home, this video is great for homeowners, public adjusters, and anybody looking for advice on what to do after hurricane hits. But make sure you get the free guide that I've got below. It really is something that we should probably charge for, but you can go ahead and you can download it for free, and it's going to give you a really nice understanding of the insurance claims process and, quite frankly, what to expect. What I'm going to teach you here is just going to be the top 5 things to do to make sure you're prepared for that insurance claim. But what you're going to get in that free guide is what actually happens inside of the claims process, and I'm positive it's going to help you tremendously in making sure that you have that smooth process. So let's get right into it. After a hurricane, you have to make sure that you do a few things to make sure that you're going to have that smooth process, but also to make sure that your life is a little bit calmer, and making sure you've got everything prepared. So let's get right into it. Number 1 that you have to do as soon as that storm hits, if you're still in the house, is document the damage. Document the damage. What does that mean? Take photos. You have to take photos of all the damage that has happened in the house. Now, I would have told you if we did the hurricane before, I would tell you you should document it before as well so that you can see the difference, but that's fine. We're talking about after. Make sure you document the damage. Photograph everything, because you don't know by the time the insurance company comes out there. It could be a week or it could be a month after the storm occurs, and what are you doing? You're doing a lot of cleanup, and the adjuster that goes out there may not see much damage, may just see some damage here and there. But if you can provide them with photos of the catastrophe that occurred in your neighborhood, in your home, around your house, on your property, it's going to take you a long way so that they can understand the amount of destruction that occurred at your home. So take photos of everything and make sure you do a thorough inspection of your entire home, outside and inside, and get every single little piece of damage that was not there before and is there now as a result of this storm. Make sure that you document everything. I would also suggest that you create a file on your computer or on your phone or somewhere that you can keep all kinds of invoices, receipts, and anything at all that may come your way in relation to this storm. Document all that stuff as well. And also, the last thing I would tell in documentation is keep sort of a record of what's going on. You could use your notes on your phone and just track every single day as to sort of what went on throughout that day, who you spoke to, so on and so forth. Again, it could take you a long way in that insurance claims process for when they ask you, did you speak to this person? Have you talked to a tree person? Have you talked to a roofer? Yes, as a matter of fact, on this date I did, and I documented it. Documenting everything is very important, so document the damages, document the damages, document the damages. Number 2, protect your home. You have to protect your home from further damage. If you've got a hole in your roof and you leave that hole in your roof there for several days and it rains and it causes additional damage, if the insurance company finds out about that, well, you're in trouble, because that's negligence on your part, because you are required under the insurance duties after the loss, the insured's duties after the loss, to protect your home. Tarp it. make sure you protect it, tarp it. If there's any kind of, if somebody walks onto your property and steps on a nail for whatever reason, guess what? You're going to be negligent for that as well. You have to protect your home, get that nail out of there. Whatever it may be in regards to protecting your home, make sure you're protecting your home. Usually, more often than not, after a storm, it is a tarp. So make sure that you have a tarp to protect from any kind of further rain. Because like I said, any additional damages that occurs from that rain after the actual storm will not be covered under the hurricane if you didn't protect your home. And they could ultimately deny your claim for all of that damage, which could be related to the hurricane damage because you did not protect your home. Are you struggling to find a place for your clients to stay after a catastrophic loss like a fire or mold or anything really severe, and they have no place to stay and you don't really know what to do because that's not your line of work? You need to call Tyler at Ready Stays. They're like the #1 ALE company. They've got properties all over the country and they can match your client with a property of like kind and quality within 24 to 48 hours. Make sure you call my good friend Tyler at Ready Stays and get your client a place to stay with whatever accommodations that they need. Call Tyler at Ready Stays today. Guys, this is Vince Perry again, the Commercial Claims Advocate. I really hope that you're enjoying this content so far because wait until you see what happens next. Stay tuned. But that leads me to number 3. Make sure you do all of the necessary repairs immediately. All of the necessary temporary repairs. So that means if it's not a tarp, but it's actually a minor roof repair that you have to do, go ahead and do that repair. In regards to not a hurricane, but maybe like a plumbing loss, get a plumber out there to make the repair. Whatever it is, you have to try to make whatever necessary repairs that you have to do. Again, I don't know. It could be anything, but make sure you get somebody out there, handyman or whatever. If it's dangerous, whatever it is that you've got there, or if it's causing further damage, like I said, call a professional, call somebody to make whatever necessary temporary repairs that need to be done. Number 4, obviously, contact the insurance company. Contact the insurance company. Again, in your insureds, in your policy, in your duties after the loss, you have to notify the insurance company as soon as a loss occurs. So make sure you do not waste time. Contact the insurance company, let them know of the damage, especially while you're there, right? There's a lot of damage going on. You can really tell them step by step of everything's going on. Obviously, documenting and photographing is very important, but if you can call the insurance company and just say, hey, look, I'm walking around my house, there's damage here, there's damage there, they're gonna have to document all of that. So contact the insurance company to make sure that they are well aware of what's going on, and the sooner you contact the insurance company, the sooner you can get an adjuster out there. The sooner you get an adjuster out there, the sooner you can get paid for your repairs. And that leads me to number 5. Make sure you speak with a public adjuster. Why? Not all public adjusters are created equal. A public adjuster will only sign up your claim if it's worth it to you and if it's worth it to them. They're going to be honest with you and they're going to tell you whether the damage is actually worth the deductible that you have on your policy. Remember, after a hurricane claim, you have a much, much larger deductible. And quite frankly, the public adjuster, if he's only paid after the deductible applies, like we do here in Florida, well, guess what? It may not even be worth it at 10% or whatever percentage that they're going to be charging you. So the public adjuster will tell you, hey, you know what? It's not worth it for me. And you know what? You have such a huge deductible. I just want to let you know, this is how much you're probably going to end up with. Public adjusters will be honest with you and they'll let you know exactly what's going on. But not only that, they're going to take care of all this stuff for you as well. Public adjuster will help document the damage. They're going to find you somebody that could protect the property. They'll find you someone else that can do a temporary repair, and we'll even contact the insurance company for you. I would also advise you that, remember, the public adjuster works for you. You're better off speaking to a public adjuster first before signing anything for any other contractor until you speak with a licensed public adjusting professional, because we know what's going on. So that's the top 5. Document the evidence, protect your property, make any necessary temporary repairs, contact the insurance company, and speak with a public adjuster. I'm telling you, it'll take you a long way. The last thing that I want to add is I do want to give a good shout out to my good friend Tyler Graves at Ready Stays. You're going to want to have him on speed dial, because if your home is not livable, he will find you a place to stay immediately. Also, another great person you want to talk to is David Farber at the Farber Law Firm. His information is below as well. Extremely experienced attorney that will find you a good public adjuster, more likely, but will also be able to review your policy and make sure you've got the coverages that you need, and he'll just be there to really protect you. So make sure that you are ready after a hurricane hits. And the last thing is, like I said, just download that free guide. It'll take you a long way to really understanding the claims process. That's what we got here for the show. Thank you very much. My name is Vince Perry, commercial claims advocate, owner of Elite Resolutions, here to help you make sure that you're prepared after a hurricane hits. Good luck, guys. Well, I hope you learned a lot of that show. There is so much in store for you in this channel. If you just fall into that rabbit hole, we've been doing this for 4 years. Click on one of these links here in front of you and see how much more you can learn on the Commercial Claim Show.